Well, hello there, Soul Sister family. This is Stephanie and the Soul Sister Monarch. I hope you guys are doing good. So, I thought we would do a Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine read. So, I haven't been on for a couple days because I have had an ear infection and haven't felt the greatest. So, anyway, there's a bunch of stuff going around. So, but anyways, I wanted to get on and get this Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading out. And then I'm gonna be cranking out all weekend videos, get all the elements done, okay? All right, guys, I hope all of you are doing really well. Don't mind my weird voice, okay? The voice is nothing compared to feeling like I have had a knife in my ear. Oh my God. I used to get the worst earaches when I was a little girl, and they didn't have tubes back in those days, you know? Not like when my kids were little. So anyways, I have suffered from earaches my whole life, off and on. So weird as an adult that I'm still getting them, but anyway. And it's weird because it's like one ear and not the other is affected, but man, does it hurt. But I've made my own olive oil and garlic earache oil stuff up, and I'm on all kinds of Chinese antibiotics, or oregano for infection, bee balm for like flu-like symptoms, and then elderberry and all kinds of stuff. So I've been on this. I got this stuff a couple days ago, and it's finally. I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, I feel better, and I could sleep through the whole night, not wake up with my ears hurting. So anyway. All right, guys, I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. It is beautiful where I'm at, so I hope it is where you guys are. All right, Divine Fams. Let's see, who do we have? What's going on here? All right. Woo, we got the High Priestess. Enhinduini. I can't even say this goddess's name. I always slaughter them. They have the hardest names. Anyways, I'll just show it to you. We got the Warrior Saint. We got the High Priestess. Oh, you guys are stepping it up, aren't you? Ooh, oh yeah, Divine Feminines. Look at that. The Cosmic Egg. Yeah, this is the center of all the creativity for you guys. This is awesome. And then the Saint of True Freedom. All right. Okay, so this is what we got for you guys. And at the bottom, the Buddha of Enlightened Action. Now I can say her name. Green Tara. Okay. My soul informs me every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. She's gorgeous. Love her. Okay. And then we've got Mirabai, the Saint of True Freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Wow, you guys have done some real good work. Okay, the Cosmic Egg, the Divine Feminine. This is so cool this came out for you guys. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. Gorgeous. Mia Bayago, the Warrior Saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Oh. From hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold. All right. I can't say this one, so I'll just show it to you guys. But this is the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. That is beautiful. See how hard that name is on her? Yeah. Ha! Great cards, guys. Really good cards. So exciting. Okay. So let's get some, let's get some signs. Let's get the Zodiac cards out. Let's get some signs. Let's see who specifically has been working really hard on themselves, my Divine Fams. I know all of you are, but I think some of you have really been putting in extra hard work on yourselves, and I know a bunch of people have been going through dark night of the soul and spiritual awakening and working on they're in their shadow side, and that is painful. I'm sorry if that is happening. Been there, done that more than once. Some of us, some people it's easier for, others it's not so. A lot of times, you can feel like you have the flu. You can feel like you're achy, headaches, jaw aches, teeth ache, backache, pain, sinus pain. That's the sinus stuff. That's when your third eye is opening up. You'll get pressure, you know, between your eyes right here. You'll get pressure right there, and it will hurt. Yeah, it'll hurt bad. And you'll get headaches. And then you'll feel pressure down in your face really bad. You will. So, anyway. That's when your third eye is opening up. So. Alright, guys. Let's see what we got here. Divine Feminines. I'm going to do Divine Masculine one too. Because I don't want my Divine Masculines to feel left out. Because we love them too. We do. Okay. You guys are working in your third house, so that your third house is about communication. We got Libra here. Ooh, we got Libra. We're going to be heading out of Virgo season here and going to Libra season pretty quick. That's going to be scary for a bunch of people. Just saying. I mean, it's all about balance, but also there's justice and karma attached to Libras. So, ooh, Pluto, ooh, that's planet of rebirth, man. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we got somebody that's feeling debilitated and discomfort. That's me talking about dark night of the soul. We got Sagittarius here. We got Pluto energy, and a bunch of you are in you're working in your ascended sign instead of your sun sign or moon sign. So it came out. That came out right after the Libra. So I have a feeling we got a Libra that's not in their sun sign at all right now. They're in their ascended sign. Okay. So they're working on in their ascendant sign. So we got Libra. We got Sagittarius. Okay. Oh. So we're in this. We've got some of you that are working your semi-square. That's about tension. Some of you are in your solar calm. And when you're in your solar calm, that's where you get clarity. So, a bunch of you are working in your first house. That's about like you, it's like, I'm here, I've arrived. That kind of, yeah. Got Gemini. Got Mars energy, so that's action, forward motion. We got alliances. Somebody's in their conjunction. We got Sun. That's very good. That's source energy. It's also Leo energy. Ooh, we got Athena, Pallas Athena here. That's thinking. You know, that's. We got to be careful because you can get stuck in your head when you're working there. We got Capricorn. Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn. What was the other one? I said someone else too. Oh, Gemini. And Gemini. So, these are the signs that have, especially Divine Femmes, you've been working very, very, very hard on yourself, okay? But this is for all signs, so you could have these that I just called out. You could definitely, we got a Cancer too. Definitely, and an Aries. Ah, dang. Oh, stupid ear. And anyway, they definitely, It's all my divine femmes, but sorry, my brain. I've got so many things. What I meant to say was this is all signs. It doesn't matter, but these signs I'm calling out. You could have this in your chart heavily if it's not your sun sign. Okay, so look at it. Look at it that way. That you have this in your chart. Okay. So I said Aries, Cancer, Capricorn. Oh no, somebody's gone back to their south node. Okay. Well, that came out with the, oh man. So it looks like we got a Capricorn, and an Aries, and a Cancer that have gone back to their south node. Oh, guys. All right, we're going to start here. So, third house. Okay. Third house. This house is about communication. Okay. This is about, when it's upright, this is about learning how to communicate correctly. Okay. This is not about fast communication. This is not about communicating, being disgruntled, being angry, forceful, manipulative. No, none of that. This is about communicating from the bottom of your heart. It's about communicating with wisdom. It's about communicating that a person is starting to step into educating themselves, okay? And so that they can be a better communicator. Is taking control of your mouth. Basically not letting your mouth run off. And just saying things off the cuff that don't make sense, that piss people off, okay? That's totally getting things in control. I'm so glad that that's not in the reverse. So, so some more things about the third house and communication. So it's like, think of like the line, getting the line, a bunch of your lines of communication have been crossed with certain people, or maybe communication has been challenged, or maybe the communication has been misinterpreted, okay? Perceived wrong. So this is about getting communication back in check, okay? All right. But you have to remember, there's always a challenge with this because you can chatter too much. When this comes up, thank God it's not in the reverse, because then that's tons of gossip, wrong communication, stuff that shouldn't be said, stuff that shouldn't be spoke about. So, anyway, I'm glad that it's not in the wrong position. So, anywho, all right. Sorry. These came out reversed. I flipped them around because I was trying to read them, but those two did come out reverse. Okay. Let's go back. None of the rest. It was just those. Okay. So, third house, like I said, about communication. I explained that. All right. And we've got Libra here. Okay. Ascendant sign. Okay. So this Libra is working in their ascendant sign. And I've talked to you guys about your ascendant sign. Okay. That's the story. It's like the story about how you walked into life, how you walked into your birth. It's when you walk into a room and people meet you for the first time. It's how it's the first few minutes of viewing you, getting to know you, seeing you enter a room. It's the perspective that they make up about you. Okay. It's like your entrance into the world, basically. It's where you become visible. It's where people get to see you. You're not apologetic about who you are. You take responsibility. You step up and you show people, this is who I am, like me or not. This is what you stand in your power, okay? it's kind of like your, gosh, I'm having a hard time thinking, this morning, 'cause I don't feel good. It's like, let me put it this way. I used to work in marketing. And you have to have a tagline, you know. It's kind of like your tagline of who you are within a few seconds. Okay, it's without somebody getting to know you. It's like first impressions. Okay, so we got Pluto energies next. That's about rebirth, starting over. It's getting new opportunities. Okay, so a bunch of you are getting new opportunities that are coming towards you. A bunch of you are getting new jobs. A bunch of you are just getting promotions. A whole bunch of you, just new things are happening for you. A bunch of you, you finally stepped into who you are. You know who you are. You understand who you are. So you're taking this Pluto energy on your spiritual path, and you're actually getting on your journey. So this is quite exciting, you know. And you have to remember, Pluto was the ruler of Scorpio, okay? And very, very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. So you got to remember that. Pluto and Chiron, they're the largest of the 5 moons that are out there, okay? They circle each other and they create a binary system, okay? Pluto is a lot of the time connected to the underworld. People don't talk about it. So a bunch of you may have connections to the underworld, okay? Maybe you work with some gods or goddesses or different ascended masters that are tied to their powers, their spiritual gifts to the underworld, and you're stepping into that. So you just got to be careful, because when you work with Pluto energy, you can become very obsessed. It can bring out neurosis in people, and people, when they're into it to their Pluto energy, they can be sometimes a little bit egocentric. They have to be careful. You're supposed to take action, okay? It's like being reborn, but you got to be careful. So just keep your ego in check. Then we have debilitated and discomfort here, okay? So when you're working in this house, you really don't want to be here. So we have a Sagittarius that is struggling with this right now, okay? Feeling debilitated, feeling tired, feeling probably like they can't get energy together. Lots of discomfort. Let me show you the card. Oh, I was going to show you the Pluto one too. There's the Pluto one. I love these cards. They're some of my favorite. Oh, sorry. There's the debilitated right there, okay? So, so think of it like, how they show in this card, like it's a house, but it's a very, this house, this it's cold, okay? It's sterile. There's not a lot of warmth to it, okay? So you feel uncomfortable. It's not like woodsy, earthy. There's no color here, okay? No color. This is like paralyzed, feeling paralyzed, like you can't move forward, okay? A lot of times this house is related to Pisces energy, okay? So, and Virgo. So there could be, besides this Sagittarius feeling debilitated, there could be some Pisces and Virgos out here right now that may be very debilitated. But this is this house that Saggy, you're working in, okay? So you are feeling uncomfortable right now. And since we're in a Mercury retrograde, this is harder. This is even harder for you. Because when you feel debilitated, the Mercury retrograde energy, it'll take you over. It'll make you feel like you can't do anything. So you're probably laying in bed. You're probably not getting out much. Feel like you can't move forward. You're not taking giant leaps forward in your life. So be careful, because you don't want to get stuck here. It's like being in a rut, okay? So you need to take action. You can do this. There's something going on that's making you feel awkward, uncomfortable, okay? But part of being a Sagittarius is that you expand your energy. You're the player of the zodiac. The Sagittarius I call them the movers and the shakers. They are some of the most creative, beautiful people. Beautiful people. My youngest son, he has a friend. I just adore him. We FaceTime sometimes. His name's Jake. I love little Jakey. But anyways, he's a Sagittarius, and he is one of them. He is always a go-getter, and he is a fun young man. He has so much going for him, and he's always coming up with ideas. This kid, he's always doing something. Very, very entrepreneurial. So, and a lot of Sagittarius as you are. So, this is really weird, guys, because you're doing the opposite of who you are. So, this just tells me, you guys, that this Saggy, you're definitely in a dark, dark, dark night of the soul. Okay, some of you, you're working in your first house. That's all about arrival, like I said. I say it like it's like that. What are the born again Christians or whatever they say? Like you're reborn. Okay, that's I don't know. I always like put the two always come together for me that way. I don't know why, but they do. Anyways, I'm just rambling today. It's gonna be a long day. I just didn't want you guys to think I forgot about you, so I'm like, I have to get on and get this stuff done. Anyways, your first house, like I said, it's being like reborn. It describes how you came into this world, how you entered into this world. A lot of people, and I totally believe this, if your entry into this world was rough and hard coming here, I think you already go through trauma down the birth canal. Like, I mean, my first pregnancy was just, the whole thing was awful. I was so sick the whole time, and then my labor was just awful. Like 22 hours, and they had to vacuum, force up. I mean, he just was, and then he got stuck, and so he had a real traumatic entry into this world. My oldest son, my youngest son, he took some time. He was like 19 hours, and it wasn't near as bad. It was still bad, but not as bad. And my pregnancy with both of my boys was not good. They was hard. I'm not a good pregnant person. My doctor even says you shouldn't bear children. But my first one, it was awful. I had to eat every 2 hours, or I'd just be puking. You name it, it happened to me. I mean, I also blew a disc out when I was 8 months pregnant with him. So crazy. But I believe your entry into this world, however it is, sets up the stage. Okay, so for some people that have had really hard entries in this world, it sets up the stage for some things to be quite hard in the very beginning stages of their life. So a lot of you, your arrival here on this earth maybe was not so great. So you're going back to your first house to clear that up. Because whatever you got going, wherever you are at in your spiritual journey or on your mission or whatever you want to call it, you're clearing out blockages. You're untying curses, ancestral patterns that we create and we hand down in our family generation to generation. So a bunch of you are going back to that first house, and you're taking responsibility on how you perceived your entry here into the world, and you're changing that because you can. You completely can clear out those blockages, and you can change that, okay? And you can rewrite your arrival here. You just have to be the one that does it, okay? So it's also about first impressions that people have of you. And it's your first impression on how you entered the world, okay? You also have to remember, you got to sit back and assess, okay, the situation. Your first house can be about your mannerisms, also your appearance, like I told you, your first impression, how it affects your identity. and your interactions with other people, okay? Um, right now, if you're feeling misunderstood or misinterpreted or nobody's understanding you, um, you might have some underlying tensions going on. It's this Mercury retrograde, okay? That's why we got the solar calm. It came out in the reverse when I was shuffling. And your square semi, that also, equinox, that also, I just said tension. And this card's about that, okay? Lots of tension, okay? So right now, a bunch of you, because of this retrograde, I'm really feeling this Sagittarius is affected really bad by this too. And this Gemini. So we got a Gemini and we got a Sagittarius, okay? And this that are both feeling this really bad, okay? Here's the Gemini. So, yeah. All right. So, when the solar calm is in the upright, when you're working with that, this is where you're getting answers, and you're getting clear answers. You are not getting answers that are mumbo jumbo. You're not getting answers where you go back and forth in your head, where you don't know if what you're thinking, feeling is correct. And so right now, this Gemini and this Sagittarius, this is the part that's not good, you guys, when you're in a retrograde like this. Thank God you guys came out upright, but the problem here is you're questioning everything. You are not listening to your intuition at all. You are thinking that your intuition is not correct at all, okay? No, guys, you need to be listening to your intuition, okay? This is where the retrograde is messing with you, okay? Do not let this retrograde mess with you in that way. You know what, if you got, like, you get feelings. It's like, I call it red flags within our own body that go off when we are around people or situations, and it's like, something's not right, something's not right. I can't explain it, but something's not right. You need to trust that. So, this Gemini and Sagittarius are just talking themselves out of all kinds of things. I have a feeling maybe you guys have done some stuff that you're not so sure if you should have done it. So now you're questioning it. Well, it's too late. You did it. So you're going to have to change how you're looking at this and change it for the better for you. That's all you can do. You cannot keep going back and forth, okay? All right, so remember, the solar calm is related to the number 16 too. But like I said, that's where you feel good. Remember, the sun and solar, so solar flares, those are important, okay? Because when we have the solar flares, there's sunspots that are out there, and the solar flares go out there, and they give out steady energy. That's right. I don't know how to explain this correctly. There's turbulence. I'm talking about the universe out there with all of this. There's lots of turbulence. There's lots of energies. So when the solar calm with the solar flares, that's where it gives some relief, okay? It calms things down, okay? Just like a solar eclipse. We love those. A lot of people don't, but I do. Because that's when we eclipse and get rid of things out of our energy that we don't need, okay? So right now, with the retrograde, you want the solar calm upward, because that's what gives you, that's where you feel good, okay? That's where you have all this working for you. This is where you're not questioning things. You know your intuition's on, okay? It's in the reverse. So somebody has gone against their intuition. Somebody has gone against maybe their moral beliefs, done something that they do not feel good about, okay? Remember I was talking about tension and all of that. So anyways, let's go back to this. So this is like, you're not powering up, with the sun. You're not powering up with the planets, okay? You're being drained, okay? You're being drained, and you can't, you're in brain fog. That's part of this retrograde. So, Sagittarius, Gemini, this retrograde is kicking your ass. So, you're going to have to get it turned around. You need knowledge, you need wisdom, you're fighting it. It's like you're going against the grain, okay? All right. So let's go back to your square, your semi-square quincunx. Anyways, this is when it's upright. You know, these are three different aspects on this card, okay? They're kind of awkward, is what I would say. They make confrontation. They can make things out of whack, okay? So your square aspects, look at it like two horses. You know, like the chariots, on the chariot card, and they're pulling in the right direction. Think of it like that. But when it's reversed, they're colliding, or they're going apart from each other instead of in a line, and they're both like trotting or galloping or charging forward at the same speed, and they're in sync together, okay? You are not in sync here, okay? Tensions are rising. They've already arose. A bunch of you have had a major blowout with somebody, okay? Major blowout. Look at this card. See all that coming together and exploding? Yeah. So this is the after effects. This is something that's already happened to you guys. You've already been through it. That's why these two cards came out together. It makes a lot more sense now. A bunch of you could have been at a crossroads, not knowing which way to go, who you want to be with, who you don't want to be with. This could be about family. This could be about romance. This could be about a job. It's different for everybody. Everybody knows, you know. So this card also is related to all the different, what your modality is, whether you're cardinal, fixed, or mutable, okay, semi-square. So it has a lot to do with that. We won't get into that right now because I could do a whole video just on that alone. But a quincunx, to explain it fast and easy, it's formed by two planets, okay? And they're usually like 150 degrees apart from each other. And it's two signs, always, okay? And they neither have polarity or modality that are common, okay? So right now, you're all out of whack, okay? This retrograde, like I said, it's kicking someone's ass. So then we move on to Mars. That's all about action, okay? But this, you got to be careful, because when you're in a retrograde, somebody could be taking forward action, and they could be taking it I'm hearing they're taking this action too far. So somebody out there is taking things too far. I don't know what that's about. I heard a fire sign. So, I don't know. Heard a fire sign. Okay. So, this action, somebody's coming to alliances. Okay. This is a conjunction. Wow. No wonder these two cards came out together. Wow. Oh, boy. So, somebody's partnered up here. Hold on. I'm getting messages. Just give me a sec, guys. Getting messages. So, somebody is partnered up, okay? I heard multiple people. Wasn't for the good. It was to do bad. And shouldn't be doing that right now, creating alliances during the retrograde. It's not going to go in your favor. No. I don't know why, whoever this is, why doing this, but it's not good. So anyway, this is fast action moving forward. We have Leo energy. We have Gemini energy. That was the last one behind. So this is affecting Leo and the Gemini. And whoever else that's involved, you'll know if this is your story. Doesn't have to be your signs. You will know, okay? When this card comes out, so this is like any time that two celestial bodies, okay, they conjunct. That's the best way to put it. They dance close together, okay? This is a rhythm. This is a blend. This is working together. This is blending together, coming together for a purpose, okay? It's supposed to be a new cycle, a new relationship when you're working in your conjunction. However, if the sun and the moon are around it, which the sun card came out next. I was just looking at that. It can be this, you got the sun and you got Mars action and you got partnership here. So somebody's trying to be overpowering. That's all this is about. There's a Gemini here and a Leo that want to overpower another person. They've partnered up and they're, yeah. So with these three energies like this is combustion. Okay. This is energy. This is not, it's co-conspiring together. That's what this energy is. This is coming together to take another person down or to work against another person. I don't like this energy at all. And this is like double Leo. Jeez. All right, we're moving on. We're just going to move on because I'm not liking the energy around those cards at all. No. All right, so we got a Capricorn. Capricorn. That's decided. We've got a Capricorn and a Cancer and an Aries. They're working in the 11th house. That's all about that can be partnerships too, but that's about your 11th house. That's community. That's where you're supposed to be getting into your North Node with your purpose. Well, they're not. They're using it to gossip, to start shit, to okay. These people have hooked up with these other people over here too. Wow. Wow. So everybody here is in their South Node. Yeah. Yep. That sucks. That really, really sucks that all these people are working out of their South Node. I'm glad they're not, you guys aren't in the reverse because you're not completely karmic, but you're going backwards. And if you don't get out of this by the end of the year, you're really going to be upset with yourself. And you will be going into a 10 to 20 year cycle. So I would suggest whatever is going on here, people, you get out of it. Get the hell out of it. This is not going to produce good results for you guys, okay? All right, so Pallas Athena, okay? When you're working with this is about intellect. This is becoming more sharp in your thinking and the way you respond and react to people. It's all about your intellect, okay? Now remember, it's always related to the mythological Greek goddess Athena, okay? Gotta remember. This is also about skills, strategy, defense, okay? Remember, her father, Zeus, swallowed her mother. Her mother was Metis. She's the goddess. She was the goddess of wise counsel and planning and like stability, creating a future, things like that, okay? Remember here, when this card comes out, she's trying to work with you. So I always relate this card more to opportunities, being more business minded, being more strategic at your job. So like I said, I knew somebody was having business opportunities, things like that, promotions. This is like now where, oh, you're probably being asked that you've got to start training, or you got to step into a boardroom and you've got to give a presentation and you might be a little bit scared. Don't be, okay? This could be somebody that's an entrepreneur has their own business, and they're really trying to get their business to be visually seen by the public, okay? They're trying to create attention. So this is another story here I'm being told for another group of you, okay? But we've got Capricorn here, energy as well. Like I said, South Node. You guys need to be careful. Somebody's trying so hard to do so much right here, but then at the same time, they've partnered up with some other people to do some real shitty stuff here, guys. I don't understand. But we do have some good cards in the fact that they're, none of the zodiac signs came out in the reverse, and that's completely karmic when that does. So that makes me very, very happy. So, but we got Cancer here too. Okay, so Cancer is all about emerging. Okay, Capricorn is about achieving things, fast action, going forward. Okay, Cancers are great at unification. They're good about working with other people, coming together with other people, being that other team player. I love Cancers. Love. My dad is a Cancer. I've always liked Cancers. They're the Chariot. They keep things going forward, okay? But Cancers have to be careful, because Cancers sometimes, especially if they have Capricorn highlighted heavily, they can tend to be very stubborn, okay? I got Aries here. Aries is about action, about moving forward too. And then I said the 11th house, that's about community. This is about going forward in your purpose, getting your purpose on track with you. But there's a definite clash here because we've got our South Node. So somebody's fighting against their 11th house. They're fighting against getting into their purpose. They don't want to do it. So I thought about this a lot, and I think for a lot of people, they know what their purpose is. They know they need to get into their purpose. They know that they need to do certain things, but it's like shell shock. It's like, there's so much to this though. There's too much to know. There's too much to learn, or they look at it as overwhelming, or I have to change my whole life, or people are going to look at me now as a completely different person. A lot of people freak out because when they do get into their life purpose, they have to change their whole life. Some people don't talk to their families anymore. Some people don't talk to their friends anymore because of that change, because you now don't feel like you belong with those groups of people, or you don't resonate with them, or you're not interested in what they're interested in. You don't find any comfort in that, or it doesn't make you feel good, but whatever it is, somebody's fighting against their 11th house. Okay, so like I said, Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, and Gemini, you guys are fighting, and I guarantee this Saggy up here was too. Really, the only person up here that's really in the upright divine femmes that's doing what they're supposed to do is the Libra. That's really it. But like I said, all the rest of you, you're upright. You're not in the reverse. We had 2 reversal cards here. I explained those. You know why? But it's okay. It's okay. Nobody's extremely karmic from what I'm seeing. I just see this as a lot of wavering, going back and forth. Oh, I want to be in my North Node. I like to go back to this in my South Node. So this is expected during Mercury retrograde. So this isn't negative. I'm telling you this. You know what you can do to correct it. Okay. The 11th house, it's related to, it's a place where you can go back to the past. You can meet old friends. You retreat to the past. You retreat to the old that feels familiar. So what this is telling me is somebody keeps going back to the old, back to their old, we'll call it the watering hole, the old gathering places, your old peeps, and you're not resonating. Mm-mm. You're not resonating. It doesn't feel good. It's not for you anymore. It's so, it could be with work too. Maybe some of you keep going back to your job and you're just like, I don't like this job. I don't like this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. But yet you feel stuck that you can't go forward, okay? This can be about people getting into protesting when you're in your 11th house. This can be people, like we saw here, getting alliances together, going against somebody. This can be about social gatherings, teamwork. This could be about somebody going through rehab. This could be about somebody getting sober. This could be about somebody maybe just needing counseling and they found the right counselor that works for them, okay? This could be putting together your dream team, okay? This could be about somebody that's trying to improve their love life, their romantic relationships, their friendships, their family, their circle of friends, getting stability, okay? That's all in your 11th house. And I could go really, really deep into each one of these houses, but we don't have time. So, but anyway, okay, that's good. Let's move on. Let's move on. Good cards, guys. Good cards. All right. The Divine Feminine card. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? I already shuffled these a couple times, but Star Mother Arrakis. Ooh. Number 23. My favorite number. Okay. And we got Leia. Leia. So these are, okay. These are the three we got here. Okay. Now I have to, I only know these Divine Feminine cards. They go really, really, really deep. I gotta find my book. Hold on. Because some of this stuff I know, I've got it memorized some. There's just as many decks as we all have channels and as much information as we take in all the time. Trust me. There's a lot to know and learn, okay? All right. Star Mother Arrakis. I love, 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 love that. Okay. So, I gotta put these over here. So, Star Mother Arrakis. So, I know you guys have heard me talk about star seeds, where we've come from, past lives, different things like that. Okay. So, you guys are definitely star seeds here. And you're connecting with what we call the old familiars. Okay. So, this is, you could be working in the 5D a lot and you're getting downloads. Okay. A bunch of you could be waking up at night anywhere from 1 to 4, or, well, I say 1 to 6 a.m. But it'll be consistent for a while. You'll be like, I'm waking up every night at 2 in the morning. What is going on with me? It's a download. It's a download, okay? It's a download. My youngest son, he was talking to me about it the other day. I'm like, dude, you're going through downloads. Big time downloads. So anyways, this is the Star Mother Arrakis and the number 23. So the number 23 is directly related to King Tut. Don't know if you guys know that, but it is. And it is also about being adventurous, okay? It's having a zest for life, being eager to experience new things, to take on new challenges, the number 23. It's realizing that everything's a possibility, that you are in charge of that. You can make that happen and no one else, okay? It's about exciting times coming for you. It's about wanting to feel truly alive, okay? And living life to the fullest. So anyway, just give you a little, there's lots of other meanings to the number 23, but those are the ones that are important to me. So the Star Mother Arrakis. Look at this card. It's just a beautiful card. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Be the king who has made his own kingdom. Be the moon that has made her own summit. How much longer will you cuckoo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all the mortal lust and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. Rame. Okay? So, your star mother Arrakis dances with you and your soul on the celestial inner planes. She dances in the embrace of the Father sky, shining white and pale, deep in devotion to the light behind all that is. Arrakis, dancing star of the heavens, incites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to the flow, in grace, stumbling, and in play. Like a child who thinks not of the right steps, but just move with music and with joy. She reminds you to dance freely and from your heart. She reminds you that your soul is constantly dancing with the divine. What better way to connect with the joy and the beauty of your own soul than to mimic in its movements of hers? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. Let your soul dance. Oh, Arrakis, your bright beauty penetrates even the darkest of minds. To remember, 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 where did you come from in the beginning? She calls out. Her own voice is in music. Music to your heart. Music to your soul. You are a child of the heavens. You are born of such regal stuff, dear dancing child of the stars. You were made of stars and stardust. But when you suffer, I send you my comfort as stars falling from the sky. You are a star child. When you triumph, my dance becomes wild, and light erupts from my heart in all directions for you. The light becomes music stirring within you with an urge almost unexplainable and yet so deep and real inside you. To make music, to create art, to dance, to play, to be at one with the joyful creation and creative energy that dwells within you, my beloved. Forever, you are a star child, an earth angel, a divine creature. Your star mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth. She will care for you, righteous and true, shining divine justice and protection all around you. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. No lies, deceit, or injustice shall temper your wild truths. Be demanding and claiming her love for you. Learn how to love yourself as she loves you, with wild, unconditional, passionate regard. Be the child waiting for its mother. Come close. You'll find me. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, number 20, the all-encompassing hand. Okay? Remember me just talking about repeated cycles? Okay. Stay forward, because this is a warning, a major warning about repeating past cycles. So those of you we talked about that are in your south node, get out. Get out. Okay? The all-encompassing hand. You are the essence of my existence. Who am I? A mirror in your hand. Okay? Look at that. A mirror in your hand. Whatever you do, I will do. I am your irresistible reflection. With every breath, I feel my heart is beating with yours. In your joy, I am exuberant. In your sadness, I am sorrow. If you are bitter, I become bitter. If you are grace, I become grace. My joy is when I am bewildered in your beauty and the taste of the sweetness of love on your lips. If I pick a rose without you, it becomes a thorn in my hand. If I am the thorn, I become the rose in your hand, Rumi. Okay? So, I have held your hand in mine for so long that I have long since ceased to distinguish where your sacred flesh once felt separated from mine. This sacred grasp pulses with love divine, and there is one hand holding and held, one being loving and loved. Though we may appear by less ecstatic angels to be two, the love that gives us this hand-fast beloved is so powerful we could spin the entire universe upon its axis, and still our hands would be joined gently and yet enduringly in unfailing love and sublime friendship. So perhaps you're in need of reassurance, dearest one, at this time. Perhaps you have been feeling somewhat alone on your path or struggling with a matter deep within your person, your purpose. However, you are precious, you are beautiful at heart, and speaking of it to no one. Such loneliness that can foster within your heart, with no other to bear witness to your life experience, you may question your life, your sanity, your truths, and create doubt where there no doubt need be. This must stop now. You are worthy of so much and more, and this suffering is not essential for your own personal growth. It is time to let it be and to open up to the touch of grace. So this oracle comes to you as the hand of the divine. It is the all-encompassing hand, the hand that has no limitations upon the blessings it can bestow, upon the trouble it can lift from you, upon the tenderness it can communicate to you through sacred touch. Allow that divine hand to reach for you, beloved. Do not turn it away. Do not let the old shame, guilt, or mistakes or mistaken notion of false independence keep you from accepting this heavenly hand. This hand reaches to you to gently wipe away your tears of the past. It will unravel the ties that have bound your own hands, preventing you from fully giving and receiving according to your worth, which is inconstable and without limit. Okay. Number 34, Leah. Leah. All right. Number 34 is Leah. So, look at this card. It's beautiful, Divine Femmes. This goes with what we've been talking about. So, Leah, put aside your clever schemes. O lover, be mindless, become mad. Dive into the heart of the flame. Become fearless, be like a moth. Turn away from the self, then tear down the house. Then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover. Live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility. Wash it 7 times. Then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love. Be a chalice. You must be of all love to be worthy of beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk, become a drunk. Your thought it takes a course, dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead. Be the leader. When the grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. Rame. How I long for my thoughts to no longer make any sense to me. Then I can be rid of them. Like noisy house guests who have overstayed their welcome. Oh, the peace when they finally go. Their incessant chatter brings me no comfort. I crave the silence of you. Will you let me hear it? Will you run through my noisy house of my mind with your great muddy feet, so that I can focus on something other than my mind for a while? Maybe you can make such a mess that I shall give up my plans and attempt at order completely. Just give in for a change. It's time for that. To give up my ridiculousness, my fantasies of perfection, the useless, noisy, irritating demandings, and yet deadening perfection that I strive for. I'd rather just be alive. I want to plant my head in the earth, in the same mud that sticks to my feet, and breathe in her rich soil smell. I want to feel her heart beating in the quiet movements of the roots of the plants that they stretch and grab at and stop my ears with her fertile dirt. Finally gaining peace from the constant infernal racket of thoughts no longer wanted. Oh, beloved, how you are to be envied. You are being given the gift of no self, no noise, no sense. The great beloved truly wants you to be closer than ever to the wild, universal heart in that field of love. Every electronic device goes haywire right now. Systems may be collapsing, worlds colliding, and great stars are born from all this chaos. But the real you will sense none of this. You'll be staring at your beloved, so intoxicated by love, your tongue will loll out of your mouth and you'll drool like a bloodhound. And you won't care a hoot, neither will the great beloved. Such will be the passion of your reunion be, And the only thing to matter will be the one great love exploding inside your being and for each other. So who cares if you have no idea what day it is, what was your job supposed to be again, or how to make conversation, let alone intelligent conversation at the dinner table. Ah, well, you shall not be yourself anymore. You shall not be so appropriate or sociable. Who understands crazy words that fall out of your mouth, unchecked by logic or rationality? I do. I know the beloved does too. I am under that same loving spell, just like you. I like you. Have no I anymore. I like you. I am so crazy with love that I care not for things making sense anymore. I like you, long for my night of love with the great beloved that ends me forever and renders me only ever the lover of the great beloved. I call that night forward for my crazy love, my crazy heart, or do you, that laylet, a la quadre, the night of destiny. Let us run together and pound on the bedroom door of the great beloved. There is no shame there. There is nothing else worth holding on to. Let us go now and throw ourselves upon the good will of the Creator. Our hair shall be messy and mingle with the curving galaxy, and the planets shall grow rings around them, becoming the many eyes of the great beloved, delightfully bearing witness to our loving, passionate surrender. So this oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing of time and the great void or the womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, only where you can trust and assure success to be made. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. This oracle brings you to ancient wisdom. It guides you not to fear the darkness, not to fear working on your dark night of the soul, but to enter into it willingly. It is not for you to become lost there or to stay stuck there, but to find your way out. This oracle is saying that in this darkness there will be light and you will find your new path. Do not turn away from it. Let it be. Be with the lack of knowing. Be with the lack of not having control. When people ask of you so many questions and demand sensible answers to support their notion of reality, do not bow to such unworthiness and fear. Know that their minds may be fearful for your safety, and there's nothing to you. Nothing at all. It is not even anything to them, but they just don't know that yet. Under the sacred black cloak of night, the Divine Mother, the goddess who has transfigures from darkness into the light, has invited you into her chamber. In that place you shall experience annihilation, but only that of which is untrue, that of which would hold you back. This is part of the dark night of the soul. Dampen your spirit or prevent you from bursting into full aliveness. For that which is true to be already seated deeper in your womb and is preparing you to be born again, strong and with good power and powerful legs. So when it is time, you will leap out like a wild creature with all your instincts intact and your intuition on fleek into the morning light. For this moment, however, there is darkness, and that is essential for your new growth and the appearance of your new life. And it's very eminent for you, beloved of the light. It's on its way. This oracle brings you guidance. If you find yourself to be sad, to be grieving, whether you know for what or not, or even depressed right now or struggling and feeling as though you are being pulled down, do not fight it. Let it be. Go with the flow. Bear witness to this instead. Allow what is taking place to take place. Allow what is happening to you to happen. You shall find joy eventually in allowing the interplay of darkness and the light to take over and to take place according to a greater unfolding rhythm of your own divine growth and process. Okay? Woo, that was deep, guys. That was a lot to take in. I know there was a lot of weirdness in that. But remember, this is the divine feminines. They're very deep individuals, okay? They have a lot to them, all right? All right, ladies. Let's give you guys a couple of messages, okay? These cards don't want to shuffle. There we go. They didn't like that other direction. No. Alright, give us a couple messages from my divine feminines. Woo! Well. Retrograde, of course, got a bunch of gossipers. Somebody's in peacock energy. Ha! Oh my gosh. I just said it. We got a bunch of gossipers. Because I saw this gossip card fly out. Then I flipped it over. I'm immune to gossip. Look, I never use the word to gossip about myself or to spread emotional poison by gossiping about others. That's what this card's about. So, we got a bunch of gossipers going on. I'm aware of the power of my word. Like I said, somebody's in their peacock energy here. The word is a force I cannot see, but I can see the manifestations of that force. The expressions of the word, which is my own life. So breathe. Use your words to breathe beautiful things into your life, okay? I am just perfect, just the way I am. Look how cute he is. I do not need to compete with anybody. I only compete with myself. I don't need to compare myself with anybody. I only compare myself to myself. I don't need to live up to an image of perfection. I just need to be me. Doesn't matter if people like it, people. Doesn't matter. If you like it, that's all that matters, okay? Be true to yourself. Be authentic. Be you. If people can't accept that, then they're not meant to be in your life, okay? Here's the I am immune to gossip. There's a bunch of people out there gossiping, especially when we have retrogrades. It gets out of control. I am immune to predators who use gossip to hurt other people. It doesn't matter who judges me, who blames me, who disagrees with me. My point of view. I don't even bother to defend my point of views. No, we don't have to. Okay? Move on. There's a bunch of people right now out there that are creating scenarios. My God, cloning people's phones. I mean, there's so much. It's just shit going on out there that's inappropriate. It's not okay. And I'm not even we're not gonna get giantly huge into it. If you want, I will get giantly huge into that when I do, after I get all the videos done and I do one on, I got a series going on right now about a bunch of people in the collective, including myself, that had a bunch of stuff done that was just on every level wrong. Anyways, we'll talk about it in that video. So, self-judgments are not the truth, okay? Everything I believe about myself is because I learned it. Every judgment is just an opinion, a point of view, and that point of view wasn't there when I was born. I don't concern myself with other people's opinions. My gosh, look at all these cards, guys. There's a lot of talk going on behind you guys' backs. A lot of it is because a bunch of you are in your purpose and people don't like it. A lot of us have had to work really, really damn hard to get where we're at and what we're doing. And those that didn't, they're mad. A bunch of you are exhibiting skills and gifts and things that you can do that other people can't do. And they are just flat out jealous because they want to be this, they want to have the same thing that you guys do. Well, guess what? Not everybody's born that way. Not everybody has the same gifts. We all have gifts. We all have special things. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on that person. Or if this is some of you that are in your, that we talked about, that when you're South Node, if this is how you're acting right now, this isn't going to be good. It's going to create animosity, envy, jealousy, and it's going to keep you in your South Node. Maybe that's why these cards are coming out for those people that were stuck in their South Node that I talked about. Okay? Don't concern yourself with other people's opinions. Okay? It's not your business. Okay? What you think of other people, that's not their business. That's yours. Doesn't matter if they like it or not. Okay? Just like if other people don't like you. Who cares? So what? Move on. Next. You know? I mean, it doesn't matter. But there's a lot of people out there upset right now because maybe they didn't put themselves in timeout when they should have. When they were supposed to get on their journey, on their path with themselves. Maybe they chose not to step up to the plate. They didn't go into timeout. They refused to go through their dark night of the souls. They didn't want to work on their shadow sides. They didn't want to make the required changes for themselves and themselves only so that they could become a vessel that's intuitive, psychic, or they can channel, whatever it is. So there's a lot of people out there that are upset because they want what you guys have. But you had to go down that road. You had to do that journey, and you did it. But you earned it. You went through the pain. You went through the suffering. You worked on, I've worked on, I'm 50, how old am I? I'm something like 54, I think now. But anyways, I have been working on myself for so long. And I've gone back to my South Node, popped back to my North Node, gone back to my South Node, back to my North Node. I am permanently in my North Node now, and nobody was ever going to get me back out of it. However, at the age I'm at, I've learned and practiced my craft for years, and in several modalities. I'm a reader. I love to learn. I'm a giant sponge. I've always been this way since I was a tiny little girl. And there are people out there that are mad jealous, mad upset. I have people in my family don't understand. Why do you have that gift and I don't? Well, because I do. And you don't. So what? But they want to be angry. They want to be jealous. They want to talk all kinds of mad shit behind your back. They want to turn you into a fake, a phony, a crazy. I'm so sick of that word, I could just throw up. I'm going to do a whole video on that. And we'll let all we want to talk about the crazies? Okay, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, these people a lot of people are upset right now. And like I said, the reason why they're upset is because they can't do what you're doing, but you earned it. You went through the trials, the tribulations, the challenges. You went through all of that. Those people didn't. So they're going to come against you, my collective. I want you to be prepared. Just so you know, there's a bunch of people that are going to come against you. They're going to try to tear you down. They're going to try to make you feel like you don't deserve this, that you aren't who you say you are, or you aren't on. You don't know what you're talking about. Totally delete, block, get rid of those people. Have nothing to do with them if that's how they're going to treat you. I got a whole gang of them, and I don't care. I don't care. I know what I know. I know how many years it took me to become the person I am. And so I'm good with that. Once you do step into this place, you're going to have constant haters. You're going to have constant gang stalking. You're going to have people that are going to steal your stuff. You're going to have people that are going to call you out as a liar, as a fake, as a fraud. The list goes on and on and on and on. Kind of look at it this way. Look at it as think of how athletes, famous people, actors, musicians, artists, how they get attacked all the time. How people make shit up about them all the time that's not true. Lies about them, lies about their kids. Just look at it that way. It's nothing but garbage, okay? And it's dirt and it's gossip. And it's because these people are so unhappy with themselves. If a person is unhappy with themselves, this is the kind of stuff they do. If a person isn't, then of course they'll want to uplift you. They'll want to go, oh my gosh, you're getting better. I'm so proud of you. I love what you're doing, okay? They're going to jump on the bandwagon with you and go, yes, There's another person that's stepping into their gifts, that's stepping into their passion, that's stepped into their person, because we need more people like that. People that are the opposite, you run from them. If somebody's jealous of what you can do, they can't be happy for you, they can't give you kudos, well, bye-bye. Okay? Bye-bye. All right, enough said. Anyways, I don't concern myself with other people's opinions, okay? I know that the opinions that come from other people have nothing to do with me. This really frees me. Whatever people think of me is really about the image they have of me, and that image isn't me, okay? So there's going to be a lot of people right now that are going to try to control the narrative, guys. They're going to try to turn you into somebody you're not. Right now, there's a lot of people before we end out this year that have done a lot of bad things, and they're running around out of control crazy with their little groupies, and they're trying to get it back into control, and they're trying to get the narrative back on track of what they first started, because now they're looking like the crazy ones. They're looking like they're not on board. They're looking like, you know, you've been talking about this person nonstop. You don't keep them out of your mouth, and yet they're not friends with you. They're not family with you. They have nothing to do with you, but you never shut up about them. Who's the crazy one now, right? Yeah, who's the crazy one? Oh, and let's see. And you got all these people to gang up on this person and come for this person, or go after these people in my collective and create scenarios that aren't true, make up lies, do all kinds of things, and then, but you're calling them crazy. But do you see the efforts that you've done, the alliances that you've come up with, the people that you've gathered together to come up against this person to call them crazy? Who's crazy? See my point, guys? And I just touched it a tiny bit. So anyways, I hope that helped you out. I really do. Anyways, this turned into a very long video, but I wanted my divine feminines to have this video. So congrats to you, ladies. Not one of you was in the reverse. That's awesome. Some of you are having some issues. Some of you have done some things that you know you need to fix, which you can. Okay? Get back in your North Node. Lots of progress here, guys. I hope it gave you some answers. I hope I uplifted you. Look for the rest of the videos all weekend. I will be uploading. Have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful weekend. And take care of you guys, okay? All right. Shalom.